Gate should start playing. Yeah, there they come.
The gates are closing. Still filming or stop?
Yeah.
You might want to wait now and then start again when you start going up.
Is the water coming in from the top?
So the gates behind us are now closed. The water on the other side of the gates ahead of us is about 3 feet from the top of the gates, 21 feet higher than this water level. And extending the full length of this lock and beyond the gates at both ends, there are large tunnels with large valves located inside each end. The tunnels run under the floor of this lock and also under the gates ahead of us and behind us. To raise the vessel from the Lake Huron level behind us to the Lake Superior level ahead of us, the filling valves beyond the gates ahead of us will be opened. That allows that higher water to flow under the gates through the tunnel and up into the lock through openings in the lock floor. The emptying valves inside the tunnels behind us are now closed so that Lake Superior water entering the lock under the gates ahead of us cannot escape under the gates behind us. The flow of water into this lock is all by gravity and no pumps are required. And when the water level in the lock reaches the same level as the water on the other side of the gates ahead of us, those gates will then be opened and we will continue on the tour. During the navigation season, about 100 million tons of freight pass through the Soo locks. The largest percentage of this freight is taconite iron ore pellets from the mines at the western end of Lake Superior. Approximately 2/3 of all the taconite produced in the United States and Canada moves through the American locks. The Soo locks have the greatest tonnage moving capability per day of operation of any lock system on Earth. Once again, no toll is charged to any ship of any nationality using the American locks. The Soo locks are in operation from late March until the middle of January, at the close of the navigation season in January. These are locks that need repair, drained, inspected for damage, repaired, and then left dry until spring. Other winter maintenance can include boats, pier, and equipment repair. The Soo locks have a workforce of approximately 100 people, and they are responsible for operating and maintaining the locks, the U.S. power plant, and for dredging the navigation channels of the St. Mary's River. During the winter months, there is usually 2 to 5 feet of ice on the St. Mary's River and large portions of Lake Superior. In the spring of the year, the United States Coast Guard icebreaker Mackinac and smaller ice-breaking tugs like the Katmai Bay, which is stationed here in the Soo, they break a path through the ice so that navigation can once again get underway. The freighters are then off on convoy to the ice fields by these icebreakers. And on the same location where the second lock is today, just off to the right of us a little ways, the state of Michigan built a state lock over there in the year 1855, to which the sailing vessel Columbia carried the first cargo of only 132 tons of iron ore. Today, over 150 years later, the cargo carrying capacity of ships has increased to nearly 80,000 tons. The second American lock was later expanded to its current size of 1,200 feet in length and 110 feet wide, and was reopened in 1969 at a cost of $40 million. In 1881, the Whitesell lock was opened where the number 1 lock is today, eventually being replaced by the MacArthur lock in 1943, the lock that we're now in. Today there are 5 Soo locks, 4 American and 1 Canadian, and the 3rd and 4th lock remain as originally constructed. You may notice the flags on top of the right-hand lock wall. These represent some of the shipping companies using the American locks today. Also, each year many ocean vessels from countries all over the world pass through here. And the principal cargo taken from Lake Superior ports by ocean vessels are grain and grain products. An ocean vessel must descend 602 feet in a stairway of 16 different locks to reach the Atlantic Ocean. The first lock is here at Sault Ste. Marie, where a vessel is lowered 21 feet from Lake Superior down to Lake Huron. After crossing Lake Huron, a ship will enter Lake Erie. The 8 locks of the Welland Canal, which bypasses Niagara Falls, will lower a vessel 326 feet from Lake Erie to Lake Ontario, and the 7 locks of the St. Lawrence Seaway will lower a vessel 224 feet from Lake Ontario down to the Atlantic Ocean. There is a remaining 31-foot drop, which is caused by the natural descent of lakes and rivers within the system. This 1,624-mile journey from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan to the Atlantic Ocean takes about 150 hours, which is a little over 6 days. During World War II, the Soo area was the most heavily guarded inland section of North America. There were over 7,000 troops stationed here. They manned anti-aircraft emplacements and machine gun nests. Up to 50 barrage balloons were placed strategically about the city to prevent enemy dive bombers from coming too close. The locks became a virtual fortress. In 1942, the U.S. government undertook construction of a new lock to replace the outdated Whitesell lock, and in a record time of only 14 months, the MacArthur lock, again which we are now in, was opened. The MacArthur lock was designed for speed as the war effort demanded the need for raw materials. 90% of the iron ore used to manufacture ships, tanks, and guns for the Allies passed through the American locks.
Crazy. Yeah. You're up on the 5th floor. Yeah. You see over the drop. Yeah, I think I would need it. Get the name of that architect and not hire him. He's probably doing the office buildings too. Yeah, right.
We're now on the Lake Superior level, and the gates ahead of us are opening. Soon the safety boom will be raised. We will leave this lock to continue our 10-mile international tour, passing under the international highway and railroad bridges, and enter the Canadian Channel and tour the steelworks of the Algoma Steel Corporation. We're now in the upper St. Mary's River, and it is still 16 miles ahead of us to Lake Superior. Lake Superior has the greatest surface area of any freshwater lake in the world at 31,824 miles.
Show us the hard part. Show us the hard part.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in first. Not to get my camera wet.
Stop it, the video?
No.
Stop it. Don't keep running and stop it. Go downstairs and then do it. Ready?